Not everyone who walks into your life grows you. Not everyone who walks with you is meant to grow with you. Hey, this is meeting Prota. Not just words, but action. Today, we'll be having another conversation that touches every single one of us. This is not a comfortable conversation. This is not an easy one. But this is a necessary conversation. Today's topic is about the wrong friend. I mean, the wrong association. I saw this image on X and it got stuck to me. That defines this wrong association. And let's settle in. We are about to delve into today's conversation. Sometimes what ruins people isn't laziness. It is not lack of talent. It is not even failure. It is proximity. What did I say? Proximity. The book of 1 Corinthians 15:33, warns that bad company corrupts good character. What you're about to hear is one of the most honest explanations of human failure that most people will ever encounter. Not because of the rough, but because of the transfer. How people rubs on another people. How the relationship you keep influences you. How the relationship you get yourself into rubs on you. In the book of Proverbs 27 verse 17, compares positive impact to godly friendships. He reflected it as iron sharpens iron. So here is the truth that many people don't understand. A collapsing system rarely dies quietly. It reaches outward. It grabs whatever it is closest. It uses structure as a scaffolding to delay its fall. The damage feed on the intact long before anyone realizes what is happening. Most people think the danger is bad influence. But the real danger here is entropy migration. The moment you allow someone who lost their internal coherence to stand too close to you, that gradient collapses. Their disorder becomes your burden. Their unresolved chaos slowly rewrites your own signal. Okay, let us take it very simple. The moment you care too much, the moment you share relationship with someone, you agreed to be close to that person. You decided to be close to that person. Their problem becomes your burden. What they go through becomes your worry, whether it is positive or negative. And one day, you will wake up and realize that you are no longer operating on your own signal. Let's give a live example of two friends, probably two teenagers, raised from two different homes. The first teenager, A, was raised from a good family of where the father and the mother are still very much alive, and they are very much impact in the life of this first teenager that we tag teenager A. And they're a believer, and they instill some discipline in this life of this young boy. And let's look at the other friend, which is teenager B, in which his father or the mother are no more together. Probably was practically raised by someone different from his parent, maybe the grannies or aunties. And even the environment he was raised was toxic. And due to that, he was exposed to some unhealthy ways of life. But this teenager, he saw him as a friend and he took him in. They became very close. If the teenager A is not careful, the way of life of teenager B will rub on teenager A. Just like on the other side too. The way of life of teenager A can also rub on teenager B. What are we saying? The good behavior, the good upbringing, the discipline of teenager A can also rub on teenager B. He can also learn what life is, what parenthood is, what proper teaching is from his friend. Likewise, the behavior of teenager B can also rub on teenager A, neglecting the teaching of his friends while following the path of his friend. It is two-way. So it now depends on who has more strength in influencing others. But most of the time, it is not always proper to be influenced by our friends, people we are close to. Because this is how people lose years of their life, doing what other people are doing what their friends are doing that are not meant to be done by them. That's not their path, that's not their journey. This is how people lose years. This is how potential gets smothered. Now, here is the uncomfortable truth. The wrong person you meet, you have something with, doesn't ruin your life at once. It is step by step. Because they dissolve boundaries that protect your clarity. They make you spend your energy managing their own dysfunction instead of building your own future. Now, the book of Proverbs chapter 22, verse 24 to 25. The Bible says, make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get snare of thy soul. Just underline that, so that you won't what? Learn his way. So someone's attitude, of people around you, people that are close to you, can actually rub on us. So here's the truth. Decay spread faster than growth. Why? Because decay requires no intention. Only what? Contact. Decay requires no intention, only contact. It takes a contact with the wrong person. That's all it takes. So growth is intentional. Stability is intentional. And because coherence is rare, it must be defended. Now, this is not motivation. This is reality. If you stand close to someone who is collapsing and they are not actively redeeming themselves, they are not actively rebuilding themselves, you will collapse with them. It's just simple. Not because you are weak, not because you lack faith or discipline, but because entropy is stronger than optimism. So, this is not the handwriting of ruin. So today, I leave you with this question. Who is standing close to you to rewrite your patterns? Who is feeding your stability while calling it friendship? Who is slowly dissolving the boundaries of whom you are becoming? So be careful. Not everyone who walks into your life grows you. Not everyone who walks with you is meant to grow with you. Protect your coherence. Choose your proximity wisely. Thank you very much. That will be all for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and also comment. And which is also important, the question being raised the other time, let's also answer those questions in the comment section down below. So this is Meeting Prota. Not just word, but action. see you again next time.